Hello everyone, welcome to BATV Fan Doosra show powered by Paytm First Games. A disappointing loss, a very disappointing loss. We can see it on everyone's faces as well. So anyway, I have a co-host Sanika and Kunal, there's Yatharth, Varnata and Sanchit as well. I don't know. Use this as a platform to rant कि यार कैसा है? What kind of a loss is this? Okay, I'll start off पहले. I'm fine losing this match, it's okay, but then जिस तरीके से हारे was disappointing. अगर close match रहती कोई भी जीतता it would have been understandable. Losing by 10 wickets is just unacceptable.
एटलीस्ट एक विकेट तो चाहिए थी यार.
Yeah, consolation के लिए.
Yeah.
Varnata?
I mean, I'm just speechless right now. मेरी आवाज देख के भी इतना बुरा लग रहा है. मतलब, look at their bowlers. They were so good. And हमारे साइड से हमारा इतना भी बुरा साइड नहीं है कि we cannot play like मतलब एक भी विकेट नहीं मिला. We were just waiting like अब मिल जाएगा, अब मिल जाएगा. पावर प्ले में नहीं मिला, अब मिल जाएगा. Okay, अब मिल जाएगा. That did not happen at all. मतलब ठीक है, टीम सिलेक्शन को छोड़ के हम कुछ बोल नहीं सकते. And nobody, I think, can blame Virat Kohli as well. I think he was the only one. He was as our hope for today कि हाँ आज विराट कोहली खेल गया, क्योंकि उसके अलावा तो बैटिंग में भी I think except ऋषभ पंत and विराट कोहली nobody played at all. मतलब जो हम ओपन थे, ओपनिंग मिली नहीं हमें. उसके बाद से जिस तरह से दूसरी साइड से विकेट जा रही थी, it was so I don't know what to say, but it's just hurting right now. And seeing them win by 10 wickets, win ठीक है, but one sided win is hurting so much. मतलब हाँ ठीक है, शुरू में हमें लॉस आ गया, चलेगा, but then not like this way. That too against Pakistan. इतने सारे जो उनके रिकॉर्ड्स थे, हम जो इतना रिकॉर्ड को हाइप कर रहे थे, वो सारे रिकॉर्ड उनके तरफ से चले, because no like T20 में they have won for the first time by 10 wickets. And it's all, I don't know what are they going to do, but I think we really need to go back and see our playing 11, and then maybe and issues with Hardik Pandya. I don't know, मतलब अभी तो शायद वो injured हो गया है, but then if he is not bowling, I think we can see for other options with Hardik Pandya. But for now, it's very disappointing. Yeah.
And let's ask Yatharth because और 2 मिनट वर्नता बोली तो वो रोने वाली है.
Seriously.
So, matlab, when this game ended, everyone was shattered because, this kind of a defeat, that too against Pakistan, had there been any other team, we would have taken that for an instance, but, it was against Pakistan and, we are still not able to digest, but, it's rightly said, the way you start and the way you finish is the way, what's the match result going to be. So, the way we started, we were 23 for 3 and, from there, reaching to 150, I believe, that was a commendable effort. I'm talking about the positives, just because when you lose a game, it's the only positive which you can take for the forward game. Negative things, yes, you can correct them, but only the positive aspects go. But from there, 150 from 3. But the way the difference in the game was, was with the new ball. Shaheen Shafridi with the new ball was spectacular, scalping 3 wickets in the power play. And when he was bowling at a speed of 147 kms. But on the other hand, when it came to Bhuvneshwar Kumar, we were bowling at a speed of 122. And in spite of the movement which we got, I believe there was no fire. There was no space of firepower in the start, and they were playing really smart cricket. There was no room for dot balls. The pressure wasn't able to seem. जब भी we saw 3 to 4 dot balls, there was a boundary, or the dot balls never really existed. But you need to give the credit to Pakistan. They played superbly well, but from here we just need to bounce back, and it's really good. This kind of a defeat came straight away. Now you would be just pumped up. We need to perform up because this I'll say this is the best possible chance where India can live this trophy. So I'll say we will take this as a bonus point, and just onward and upwards from it.
Totally get that. Sanchit, what about you? Like, where did we miss the trick? I think pura second innings mein it was a complete miss.
Well, firstly, I'd like to start off by congratulating Pakistan because I think if you keep all the jokes and banter aside, jo bhi mauka and everything, I think you have to give credits to them, and the better team on the day won. And it had to end someday. Matlab, yes, the streak was fun while it lasted, but sometime it had to end someday. And Pakistan, the way that they played today, they deservingly won on the better day. And speaking about today's game, yes, it was very disappointing considering the expectations that we had from this group to start off the tournament on a high, and the way that we played in the warm-up matches. So Yeah, I think we lost it in the first inning itself. Yes, Babar and Rizwan, they were absolutely clinical with
Yeah.
that run chase, and I think this is their first ever 10-wicket victory and our first ever 10-wicket loss in this format. So that speaks
Yeah.
for itself. I really feel that there is lot to be done, and when it comes to
Yeah.
this game, I think there is no department where we weren't outclassed. We were
Yeah.
outclassed in the batting, we were outclassed in the bowling. So
Yeah.
in the previous times, मतलब जो भी India Pakistan matches पहले होते थे, so even in those matches पाकिस्तान had used to have those dominant periods at times. मतलब ऐसे लगता था कि
Hmm.
अरे हाँ जीतेंगे जीतेंगे, but just one moment and they panic and they
हाँ.
suddenly used to
Right,
fall.
right.
So ये मैच में भी ऐसे हो रहा था. So that
Yeah.
partnership between Pant and Virat,
Cool.
but
Yes.
the good thing for Pakistan was that they didn't panic and they still kept on being
Yeah.
patient, and that is what actually earned them the victory. So credit where it's due. And I
Yeah.
actually had a poll before the tournament ki lose against Pakistan, win the
I win
World
the
Cup.
trophy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be a
Yes.
fairy tale, but
Yeah.
अगर realistically देखा जाए, we are still long way off when
Yeah.
it comes to challenging for the title. We are nowhere near when it comes to having a settled bowling lineup. I always feel that going in with just 5 bowlers in a T20 game is always a risky option, and the way how our bowlers bowled, I don't see anyone to be trusted apart from one or two. I
Yeah.
can't blame Varun Chakravarti too much. Yes, he came on as a mystery bowler, but Pakistan did very well to find him out. So I
Yeah.
think ये जो 7 दिन का gap रहेगा before the next game against New Zealand,
Ah.
we should make most use of
Reflect.
it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
lastly, I would just like to request everyone who are watching, the Indian fans basically, don't spread toxicity
Yeah.
Yeah.
towards the team as well as the मतलब कभी ना कभी होना ही था. So don't make it look like losing
Yeah.
against Pakistan is the end game. Don't worry, we may even meet them again in the semis or final. That matters. So beating Pakistan shouldn't be an end game. होता
Yeah.
है, कभी ना कभी होने ही वाला था. We should always back the team.
Yeah.
थोड़ा hurt होगा, but we will be
Right.
back. There are still 4 more games to go, and
Yeah.
we'll be back challenging for the title.
इंस्टेड ऑफ क्रिटिसाइजिंग थोड़ा लाइक सपोर्ट करो कि हम लोग जीत जाएंगे और वो
Yeah.
सब.
So I think we can recreate what they did in Champions Trophy. Like वो लोग first match हारे but final में जीते थे. We can recreate that. Let's keep our fingers crossed. No, I had a question in the middle, but Sanchit ने इतना लंबा monologue दिया था कि मैं भूल गया वो question क्या था. I think yeah, it had something to do with yeah. The first innings का total. I think we fought back well. And honestly, I feel 150 was not good enough. A few runs short, not few, a lot more runs short. But I feel 150 जब हुआ था यथा, did you feel that we can actually defend this with the bowling lineup we had?
When we reached on to 150, I said, the game was on. It was not completely in our favor. It was 55-45. We even talked, is Babar Azam dangerous when you look him as a batsman? And, I said, if the score is below 150, then, he's going to take the game away because there are very few batters who can bat in this type of situation and, bat quite fearlessly. So, the game could have drifted to India's way only if we could have scalped some wickets in the power play. And, that wickets need to came in the power play itself. We at least needed to have a couple of wickets in the power play, and that just boosted our confidence. If you look beyond the top three of Pakistan, you had absolutely no one. Shoaib Malik, yes, he's the most experienced one, but he is lacking some runs. And now the game has ended. You can talk and talk about that what could have been done, but I'd say from there reaching to 150 was a commendable effort. Had we finished well, had Jadeja and Hardik Pandya could have clicked well, 160 or 165 wouldn't have been far enough. We were well short by 10 to 15 runs, and that could have created an impact. That run rate of 8 and 8.5 can, usually, that can create something out of nothing. So, and another thing is here, if we look all the warm-up games, all teams have won while chasing it, and here all teams have won while batting first. And here, when it came to the actual matches, all team have won while batting second. So I don't know if that's the way it's going to be. If that's the way, then the toss becomes very very crucial. But from here, I think India needs to work upon a lot of things. They need to get the selection right. Varun Chakravarti came in as a mystery bowler, but now. We can't blame him much because once the match ends, it's very easy to blame. But what the team management thought of playing him before, I think we should respect, and hopefully we see some kind of a changes in this 11, and we somewhere find that six bowling option because
Yeah.
five bowling option is not the way to go.
Totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so now let's talk about the next match. बहुत हो गया
Yeah,
आज
I
का
know.
मैच के बारे में और नहीं बात कर सकते. So next match में वरना था, do you want like क्या
What
changes
changes?
होने चाहिए playing 11 में?
Changes तो वैसे I was missing युजवेंद्र चहल a lot today. I think
Yeah.
अगर wicket power play के बाद अगर कोई निकाल सकता था तो that would be युजवेंद्र चहल, considering we know his performances and his experience, right? But changes again, I think for me, Hardik Pandya, maybe he will not be fit by that time since he has gone for some
Yeah.
scans to hospital. So chances hai. And if he is not bowling, I think we should look for some other option in the 11. And I don't see any changes with Bhuneshwar, considering Dhoni is there. I think Dhoni has played Bhuneshwar considering his experience. तो और तो चेंज कुछ होगा नहीं ज्यादा, but then maybe Hardik Pandya will be one of the changes, and maybe Ishan Kishan in, or maybe Shardul Thakur might be in, but there
Yeah.
is lot to do with the
Yeah.
team right now. Yeah.
I just wanted to listen Ishan Kishan in.
Hi. No, Sachin, tell me one thing. I mean, one thing which I observed with this new, since especially after Dhoni left the captaincy, कि we usually go for specialist batsmen and specialist bowlers. So it's मतलब 6 तक top class batsmen है, and उसके बाद no one can bat at all. So we can't like 6 wicket के बाद we didn't have a proper batsman वो भी आया था batting करने. Is this what we're missing in let's say crunch games? क्योंकि हर बार रोहित, केएल और कोहली नहीं परफॉर्म करेंगे. आज भी अगर कोहली परफॉर्म नहीं करता, the total would have been less than 50 runs. I mean, lesser by 50 runs. So I think is that what we're missing?
आई थिंक बहुत बड़ा डिलेमा है कि मतलब यस मी एंड यथार्थ स्पोक अबाउट नॉट गोइंग इन विद 6 bowlers, बट यू ऑल्सो डोंट वांट टू गो इन विद बैट्समैन लेस अगेंस्ट न्यूजीलैंड वेजिलॉन, स्पेशली
Yeah.
इन सच काइंड ऑफ विकेट्स. मतलब वो डिलेमा आता है कि वेदर यू ट्रस्ट योर बैट्समैन, योर 5 बैट्समैन जो खेल रहे हैं उनको पूरा ट्रस्ट कर रहे हैं, या जो 6 bowlers है उनको पूरा ट्रस्ट कर. सो वो बैलेंस आइडेंटिफाई करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो it's really difficult to address that, but अगर changes की बात आती है, then I think if Hardik is not fit, he shouldn't play. No disrespect to him, but
Yeah.
it is better having a fully fit player instead of having an unfit player in the side. Yes, Hardik has the potential to be our finisher, but if he's not fit, it's better that we give an opportunity to someone else. So I would really prefer if we go for Shardul Thakur, because he does give you those crucial wickets in the middle overs, which we kind of lacked in this game. So Shardul Thakur, matlab, he does well with the ball in the recent years. He's been doing phenomenally well for CSK as well as India when he got the chance. So, but also the good thing is he also contributes with the bat as well. So that is why I think I would love to see Shardul Thakur if Hardik Pandya is not fit, and so that we go in with 6 bowlers. And about spinner, it would be too harsh to drop Varun Chakravarti after just one game. Matlab, unfortunately, it may come at the expense of someone like Ravichandran Ashwin, for that matter, because he is the most talked person right now. And ये 7 दिन रहेंगे, a lot of us would be debating कि अश्विन आना चाहिए. टेस्ट मैचेस में भी हम लोग वही डिबेट कर रहे थे कब से. But so I think वो देखा जाए तो मतलब that is a debatable one. Even I am not sure whether to go for Ashwin or stick with Varun Chakravarti. But New Zealand है, they might struggle with either both of them. So
Yeah.
that is a call I'd let the selectors to take.
So
But
actually,
that is the
yeah. No, go on. Yeah, continue.
नहीं, I said कि these are the only changes that I would like to see. मतलब ज़्यादा changes करने नहीं चाहिए. We should still trust the team that was put on to play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Varnata,
before Varnata speaks for another 3-4 minutes, मैं एक बार छोटा सा line बोल दूँ. और the thing is कि I would have preferred having someone like Shardul Thakur, क्योंकि he can bowl and he can bat, और batsman पे pressure नहीं आता. So Jadeja had to kind of anchor the innings. So he couldn't really go for those risky shots क्योंकि बचे overs खेलने के लिए भुवी और बुमराह और शमी को खेलना पड़ेगा. So I think if we had someone like let's say Ashwin as well who can bat, तो बैट्समैन पे प्रेशर भी काफी रिलीव होता है, and they can play more freely. So I feel Ashwin and Shardul, not just because we lost the game, अगर जीतते I think टेस्ट मैच के टाइम भी बोलते थे कि we need players who can actually bat, क्योंकि bowling सबको नहीं करना है, but batting के लिए 10 विकेट गए तो everyone has to come on the crease and bat. और उस टाइम में someone like Shardul and एक आधा भी six मारेगा, it comes in very handy. Yeah, Varnata, go on.
No, I was just talking about the 6th bowler. अगर आज हमें कुछ wickets मिल गए होते तो शायद we could have seen रोहित और कोहली chipping in between, क्योंकि आज हमें कोई wicket नहीं मिला, उसलिए I think कोहली did not come. मैं तो फिर भी चाह रही थी कि अब wicket नहीं मिला, चलो तुम ही आगे bowling कर लो, अब किसी चीज की तो वो है नहीं wait, तो he could have come at the end, but then that was the reason I think we did not see Kohli, or like next matches mein I think we can see him. And coming about toxicity, I think think it will be more on Virat Kohli because I have already seen lots and lots of comments blaming Kohli for this loss. I mean, I don't see a point of blaming Kohli. I mean, were they watching the same match? He was the only hope which we had today. और उसके बाद भी मतलब he did everything. मतलब captaincy was also good. Bat से भी run आ गए and everything was good, but nobody supported him. Doesn't mean that you all go and blame him for every loss.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why India fans are like this, but that's not something, which you can call it that you are a fan. I mean, if you're a fan, you should be with the team for the loss as well. It's a loss with the Pakistan, it's fine. If we are winning the World Cup, that is more than enough, right? Instead of winning against Pakistan and then winning the World Cup, it's fine. It's just a loss, but then it's just a humble request from a Kohli fan. Like, don't go harsh on him. Don't go personal against any player. Beat any player. और कोहली तो बेचारा उसका लास्ट टूर्नामेंट है एज अ कैप्टन छोड़ दो अब उसको
Seriously,
you know the comments which were coming before, मतलब जब हम warm up match जीते तो everyone was talking that धोनी mentor है ना इसलिए जीत रहे हैं, and now we have lost. The comments are coming, Virat is not a captain, so they changed so drastically that even if I want to see them, the people change so drastically that there is no question mark to anything.
Yeah. So I think मैंने एक पोस्ट भी देखा था, रोहित शर्मा will be the first vice captain to lose against Pakistan. मतलब people are just going random. मतलब कुछ भी they just want to spread hate against someone or the other. But I feel, see, as cricket fans, I think one thing I liked about all five of us talking is that we didn't really show any toxic kind of criticism. जो भी था, we felt about playing 11, we felt about this, that, everything, and none of us were focused on the fact कि यार पाकिस्तान से कैसे आ रहे. Like we as a generation have been watching Team India bash Pakistan over the years, right from 2007 T20 Cup के Super 8 में जब हराया था उन्हें बॉल आउट में, एंड तब से लेकर एक आधा लॉस था बीच में, आई थिंक 2017 चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में एक टूर किया था उन्होंने, तभी हारे थे, बट rest all we've been bashing them. I feel it's one of loss, and I feel Yatar, I would like you to answer this one. कि most of the times ये होता है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी गए थे, बहुत गंदा हारे थे, and then we came back strong and we won at Gabba. So similarly, should we expect something of that sort? कि just bring वो फॉर्म लेकर आओ वापस.
Now the start to child present is brilliant. When we won in 2007, we won both the warm up games, and when it came to the first match of the tournament, we lost it, and we lost it by 9 wickets. So it was really close to 9 to 10 wickets, and we went on to win the title. So again, we lost to Australia brutally. We got bowled out at 36, and then came back again. We lost to England in the first match by an innings, and we came back pretty strongly. But now same thing back. But if you take the positive, it's really good. If we go on and win the title, it's brilliant. But you don't need that title slap back again and again. Because this has happened. Quite a few times in recent times. In the gap of 6 to 7 months, we this happens, but not too regularly. You're a very good side to be defeated. When you play at your 100% capability. But now talking about the 7 day gap, lots of questions to be answered. Whether it's Varun Chakravarti or Ravi Ashwin, I personally want Ravi Ashwin, not because of the reason that Varun Chakravarti didn't perform today, because it's against New Zealand, and it's again in Dubai. It was the same pitch where West Indies got bundled out on 55. So spinners are going to play the major role, and especially the number of left-handers which they have: Tom Latham, Colin Munro. They have a bunch of spinners, left-handers which can come handy with Ashwin. So that's one thing, and another thing, the sixth bowling option which was introduced. I felt that the sixth, if Virat is going to bowl, he's not going to be a primary bowler. So you need to be smart enough to chip him at right times. It's not that if India is going to get a wicket, it's that time to Virat to come in. He should be a bit more smarter, because the sixth bowling option is not that stronger. He is not someone like a Shardul Thakur who can bring 2 wickets in a single over. We need to get we need to find a 2 overs somewhere, where we can just limit to the opposition, or at that time where opposition is not looking to attack us.
Yeah, totally agree with that. I think, see, I've seen some comments over here. Someone just mentioned कि रोहित के बदले ईशान किशन को लाओ. I think it's going a little too overboard. सब मुंह पे पानी मारो, सो जाओ, सुबह उठो and शांति से decide करो, क्योंकि we can't just take this harsh decisions कि इसके बदले ये, इसके बदले वो. I feel it's one of loss, and मेरे हिसाब से we will bounce back strong.
और 4 मैचेस तो है यार.
And it will be a crucial match against New Zealand. I think उसके बाद if we manage to beat New Zealand, the road is quite simple for us.
See, हम लोग न्यूजीलैंड के अगेंस्ट जीत जाएंगे, because इंडिया पाकिस्तान मौका वो ब्रेक हो गया. इंडिया न्यूजीलैंड का भी वैसे बोला जाए तो मौका है, तो हम लोग उधर भी जीतने वाले हैं.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I hope कि वो जो मौका न्यूजीलैंड के सामने ब्रेक होने से अपना सेमीफाइनल का जिंक्स ब्रेक हो बस. That is important.
Seriously. Seriously. So guys, actually there's an interesting video from the Bharat Army जो stands with your support कर रहे थे till the very last ball as well. So let's just have a look at that and then wrap up.
Tommy here with the Bharat Army in partnership with Paytm. I can't even get my words out. We all had such high hopes for today. You can tell by the faces and the mood in the stadium. We lost to a better side, Akshay.
Listen, I think we've got to put our hands up and accept that we didn't just lose the match. We got hammered today. And fair play to Pakistan. They came out, they bowled brilliantly. Plenty of slower balls, got early wickets. And against us batting wise, they just didn't give the wickets away, and they batted sensibly, put the bad balls away. I didn't think we bowled particularly well by any of the bowlers really, and to not get a wicket in the 20 overs was a bit embarrassing.
Yeah, they called it right from the toss, didn't they? Then when you look back on it, Rex.
Yeah, look, the toss looks like it was quite vital. I mean, our spinners didn't get much grip at all out there by the looks of it. Win the toss, put the opposition in. I thought that actually if we win the toss we bat first, but losing Rohit very early was a big blow, I thought. And then losing KL very quickly, it held Kohli back a little bit. Kohli couldn't be aggressive. He went to run the ball for a long period of time, and you know what? We were well short, and in the end, you've got to give credit to Pakistan. They blew us away, like Akshay said. They well deserved this victory. About time too, they beat us. It's taken them, I think it's the 13th time. It's unlucky 13th for India. But look, there's a long way to go in the tournament still, so let's not give up, let's keep believing, and hopefully we meet them in the final where we can do what we did in Johannesburg.
And what do you reckon, bro? What do we take away from this? What's the lesson learnt today?
I'd say for me, we're probably looking at it as we start the tournament not so greatly, but hopefully we learn from this and we come back stronger against New Zealand and can take it from there.
Yeah,
Still not to play for.
Yeah, it is early days. Neha, it was your first ever live India-Pakistan. I'm sorry for you, I'm sorry for all of us, but I know as an experience it would have been nice to have won, but what did you see out there from your team?
I think we lacked in every department, as everybody else is saying. Losing 2 early wickets after losing the toss is of course not good, and I think in the last few overs we could have done better. I don't even want to talk about the bowling department at all. They were just a better side. I mean, let's accept it, they were just a better side today. They were. And I hope we bounce back and we meet them again in the finals to defeat them.
Perhaps, but we said before the game, we wanted 3 spinners, but what happened then?
Yeah, I think it was clear that was a mistake. Pakistan did have 3 spinners and they bowled really, really well. But to be fair, even our spinners went for runs in the end as well. Ashwin would have been good to have his experience on this deck. Our fast bowlers bowled really, really poorly. In hindsight, we'd want 3 spinners, but listen, we didn't have enough runs on the board. Would the 3rd spinner made that much difference? I don't think so.
What was it then? Because their timing looked so much sharper. We just weren't connecting the way they were. It was like 2 different pitches.
Yeah, look, you're right. I mean, the way we batted in the first innings, we did look off the pace a little bit, and that was a bit surprising as well, because some of the batsmen have played pretty well. Look at the warm-up games; they've been really good, right? We looked really, really good. So, look, it's an off day, right? Let's just ride it off. Let's move on. And a message to all Indian cricket fans out there, right? We've had many, many successes against Pakistan, right? This is just one loss, so let's not go crazy, right? Let's not start abusing players, yeah? Keep believing in your team, and we'll come back, right? Do what the Bharat Army do. Win, lose or draw. Support your team when they win, lose or draw.
Yeah, there you go. Pakistan fans are obviously very happy. Sometimes though, Akshay, from experience, Neha as well, an early loss in a World Cup tournament on any level, it's a good little slap. It's a good little lesson learned.
Yeah, I think that's a real kick up the bum, to waken the players that it's not going to be an easy group to qualify. The New Zealand game now is huge. We've got to win that game to really keep it in our favour. So listen, I think the guys will bounce back to that for sure. I still think we're the best team in the tournament. Every team goes through a blip, but listen, chins up. We're still going to win the tournament.
Okay. Credit to Pakistan, better side on the day. Thank you for supporting Bharat Army. Thank you for hanging with us. Hopefully you got a little insight as to what the day was like. I'm dreading the walk out of here. I don't want to bump into anyone. I wish I could just click my fingers.
Head high.
There we go. We keep smiling. It was a great day of cricket. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Cheers, guys. Until next time. Thank you.
Head high, guys. Head high. It's good. It's good the way they ended it, and reality check mila ki we. It's just one off loss, and our team is still one of the best team, at least on paper. Form kya rahega us din pe, we are not really sure. But anyway, thank you so much for joining, guys. Do download Paytm First Games and create your team and win as much as you can. Yatharth, Sanchit, Varnata, Sarika, thank you so much for joining. We are really glad we could talk to you after this disappointing loss, and we will bounce back stronger in the next match against New Zealand. Thank you so much for joining.
Positivity.
Bye-bye.
Positivity.
Yeah, positivity.